All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers back with another video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Steelers' first round draft pick, Troy Fautanu, and also the first round of the NFL draft in general, as you know, it just finished, it concluded. And I wanted to start it out with this guy. So if you guys are Steelers fans or you enjoy NFL content in general, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to the people who have subscribed already. And shout out to the future subscribers, man. So, obviously, as you guys know, we got tackle Troy Fautanu, and I'm going to talk about that in a second here. I definitely am going to talk about it. But what I want to do real quick is I want to start this off right. And we got to acknowledge him, man. We got to acknowledge him. So I won't even be able to hear it. I want to get it in frame, man. We got to acknowledge Sir Troy Fautanu. Troy Fautanu, Uzi, big head of the bloodline, big Pittsburgh Steeler. Gonna get copyrighted, but fuck it. Oh. Troy Fautanu, I acknowledge you. Pittsburgh Steelers acknowledge you. Steelers fans acknowledge you. I don't even know if you guys can hear me at this point, but it's okay. I wanted to get that off. I wanted to get the Roman Reigns jokes off. Shout out to Roman Reigns, former WWE champion, over 1,000 days, head of the table. You already know, tribal chief. Anywho, back to business, back to the matter at hand. We landed Troy Fautanu, guys, and here it is. We finally have an answer to what we were going to do with our first round draft pick. And let me tell you, Troy at one point was not an option. Troy at one point was getting taken very highly. Now, obviously, I didn't get the chance to watch the draft. I was at work, so I didn't get to see it live playing out. But I have caught it. I was watching the picks as they happened. I understand that offensive players, I want to say, got picked the first 14 picks. Some corners went later, all that, and this is all that. But Troy Fautanu specifically, when I was doing mock drafts, at least when I saw some mock drafts, he was going really early. He was going really early at one point. I know there's some injury things, but not too much on Troy Fautanu, man. We're not talking about injuries. We're not talking about the conference he played in. We're not talking about any of that shit. Because Dan Moore, and then not too much on Dan Moore, man, but Dan Moore, it's finally over, bruh, because we got Troy and we got Broderick. Troy has experience playing inside, or at least he has the shape for it. I don't know if he has the actual experience. We love that shit. Steelers fans, man, Steelers, Troy, if you can play guard, you might fuck around and play guard, but I really think we are going to keep him at the tackle spot. And I'm excited. I really am excited. I know offensive lineman is kind of a boring position to pick, or, that's just my opinion on it. There's probably some offensive lineman fans out there, that are like, what do you mean boring pick? This is a great pick. So I get it, kind of a boring pick, if you will. But like I said, Troy was going really high at one point, and the fact that he fell to us, to me, is a banger. I didn't see it. I know Amarius Mims, he ended up going 18 to the Bengals, and, I fucking hate the Bengals, so go them. But that was probably going to be the pick if he didn't get taken. I think it was going to be Mims. Graham Barton, who is somebody I thought we were going to get, ended up going, I want to say, to 26 to Tampa Bay. That was a banger pick by them too, I guess. But something interesting is there are some people who did fall, and there are some people who didn't end up falling. So like Ricky Purcell, for example, from Florida, the receiver, he didn't end up falling. He got picked, I want to say, 31. I think the 49ers picked him up. Banger move by them. But also, why'd you get Ricky? You got Brandon Ayuk still on the team, man. He's trying to get a contract, and you got Debo. That means you're going to trade us Brandon, right? So we will see what ends up happening with that. But overall points, it is about Troy. It is about the tribal chief. I am excited. I acknowledge him, Troy. I acknowledge you. Troy and Steelers, man, you just can't make it up. And on top of that, Mans is a Steelers fan, bro. He literally likes the Steelers. There's some old tweets of him. I don't want to say calling for Tomlin's job, but there was one where it was like, if we don't win the Super Bowl this year, like, Mike's got to go. And this is like from, I don't know, like 2018 or some shit like that. And it's just funny because, big Yinzer, big Steelers fans, like, he's in it. Maybe Troy's already subscribed to the channel, man, because he's a big Steelers fan. So I'm excited. I really am excited.
We drafted Troy Fautanu.
Yeah, we did.
Excited to have him as a member of this organization.
Hope you guys can hear this.
He's a Steeler.
We
spent a great deal of
it's like I'm there too.
Time with him.
Hell yeah.
We met with Troy at the Combine. Pat Myers attended his pro day. We had him in here for a 30.
Look at Mike, man. He's so locked in.
Like I said, we're excited to have him here, and can't wait for the rookie camp to see him here.
Hell yeah.
1 second here.
What the fuck?
Really excited about
Man,
Troy.
a lot of
as Omar
feedback.
said, man, the tape was just really, really impressive.
Man, watch the
Not
tape.
only in terms of his talents, but really, I think his talents were really highlighted by the way that Washington utilized his talents
Right.
schematically, man. You saw everything that you wanted to see. You saw him out in space in the perimeter
Hell
game,
yeah.
be it crack toss or wide receiver screens.
Hell
he was
yeah.
great in the run game.
We love wide receiver screens.
He was a great drop back
Great in the run
passer,
game.
Pass protector. We had great visits through the process. We went to Tuscaloosa, obviously, to handle some Alabama business, but we had an opportunity to really talk to some people
Hell yeah.
in Tuscaloosa that had some firsthand knowledge of his capabilities.
Look
the
at Mike's
coaching
face,
staff,
bro.
And, he just checked every box. We're really
Every
excited
box.
to have him, and
I'm
we'll pause
excited
and open
too.
it up for questions.
Hell yeah. Pause and open a question, Mike Tomlin. When is the parade, bro? When are we gonna when are we planning this out? Because we are gonna win the Super Bowl, guys. We talked about it. We needed the tackle. We got that addressed. There's still some people on the board for us to get. We'll get it addressed. I am very excited. I'm gonna move myself back to over here. I am very excited. I wanted to bring up, no, not this tweet. Here we go. I'll bring up that other tweet in a second. But this is just a video of Troy out there at the left tackle spot. Just absolutely mauled this guy. Like, I don't even know who this is, but he literally was a no factor, bro. You're done. You're out of here. Get out of here. This probably isn't the greatest play to bring up. But isn't it the greatest play to bring up? He's just him. He's just like that. I'm super duper excited. Now here we are taking a look at just the entire first round in general. I'm going to kind of go through here. And you guys are going to get, some more NFL in general knowledge. I always say if you're a Steelers fan or an NFL fan in general, here we go with some in general takes. So, first of all, Caleb Williams, no surprise there. Washington, Jaden Daniels, not really a surprise there. Drake May going 3. No trades up, no crazy deals. That's a bit surprising. Marvin Harrison 4, Joe Alt 5. This right here is kind of boring. We all kind of saw this coming. Malik Neighbors 6, kind of saw it coming. J.C. Latham, him going 7. Maybe is like a surpriser. I don't know, but I mean, once we get down to 8, this right here takes the cake for surprises. Like, I don't know if you guys ever had a surprise party and you just totally caught off guard. This shit right here, this number 8 Michael Penix to Atlanta is absolutely insane. Not too much on Michael Penix, but this is Atlanta. They just gave Kirk Cousins like fucking $900 million. A bit spooky, but it is what it is. Rome Odunze going 9. Minnesota getting J.J. McCarthy. Heard a lot about J.J. McCarthy. Maybe he's going to be Brock Purdy. We will end up seeing what happens. Minnesota is actually my second favorite team, big Madden team. And so I hope the best for them. And it's looking like the Jet? Did they do this trade like in the draft, or was this? Yeah, okay, so yeah, Minnesota, they traded with each other for some reason. They wanted to get ahead of the Jets. I don't know why. But they take, they take JJ. Jets take a tackle. The Denver Broncos going Bo Nix at 12. That to me is also a little sus, a little spooky. But, hey, man, you want a quarterback. You want the guy, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quarterbacks all went in the first, 12 picks, 6 quarterbacks, half of them quarterbacks. The 1 year there's no quarterbacks, that's when Kenny Pickett gets taken. Unbelievable, bro. Not too much on Kenny Pickett. But Bo Nix just went 12. Like, people talk about Kenny going 20. Bo Nix just went 12. But it remains to be seen how good he is. I'm just kind of getting my shit off here. Brock Bowers is going to be a Raider. That's interesting. Okay, so right here is the first defensive player picked. It took all the way up until pick 15. And then it just kind of kept going here. Amarius Mims going 18 to the Bengals. That's very unfortunate for us, but it is what it is. Dallas Turner also going to Minnesota. That's a banger pick out of them. But you can see Troy Fautanu, big Pittsburgh Steeler. Chop Robinson, big Miami Dolphin. Quinion Mitchell. Quinion Mitchell was someone who I kind of wanted, and I did not see him falling all the way to 22. Same thing with Teron Arnold, and same thing I want to say with Kool-Aid McKinstry, who might even still be available. But you can see now Brian Thomas Jr., maybe a Steeler at one point. A lot of people wanted him. Green Bay going out and getting Jordan Morgan is also kind of a banger for them. Although Cooper DeJean, I'm not seeing if he went. I don't know. Is Cooper DeJean still available? Cooper DeJean is still available, guys. So that's kind of spooky. But yeah, Jordan Morgan going to Green Bay. Graham Barton going to Tampa Bay. I talked about that a little bit earlier. The Chiefs, them trading with the Bills, and they get Xavier Worthy, and the Bills, they traded back again. The Bills, they didn't even have a first-round pick. Why the hell would they gift the Kansas City Chiefs Xavier Worthy? I don't know. They got a bunch of mid-round picks. Maybe they will turn that into something, but for right now, Buffalo Bills, what the hell are you guys doing? You guys gave the Chiefs Xavier Worthy. Just absolutely unbelievable. It is what it is, though. They probably would have got another good guy anyway. But Buffalo, you guys are tweaking, bro. Anyway, Dallas, they get Tyler Guyton, who would have been a Steeler at one point. Another big mock draft guy, Tyler Guyton. Nate Wiggins going 30 to Baltimore. Ricky Purcell going 31 to the 49ers. And the Panthers traded up to that last round pick with the Bills, who traded that with the Chiefs to round out the draft, getting Xavier Legette. So Deontay Johnson definitely having some competition there for that #1 spot. But I mean, good move by Carolina. And as I kind of glance over this now, names like Jackson Powers Johnson didn't go in the first round. Names like Cooper DeJean didn't go in the first round. There's probably some other people too that I'm forgetting about, but just off the top of my head, one of them, man, we got to get one of them, and if not, Zach Frazier. But Jackson Powers Johnson falling really, I think, puts us in a pretty good spot to get that center as well as the tackle. And then also too, wide receivers started flying off the board. I don't know, man. You might have to ring up San Francisco and make that Ayuk deal happen or something, because like I said, they got kind of like taken off the board. Ricky was somebody who I would typically get in the second round. But overall, man, I guess not as eventful, because we talked about trading up, trading down, trading for Ayuk, trading this, trading that. And we just stayed firm. But at the end of the day, we got what we needed. We got Troy Fautanu, a Steeler, a Yinzer, like just absolutely unbelievable. And on top of that, Washington was in the college football playoff last year. I want to say maybe even in the national championship. Like Troy Fautanu coming from that team, right? Broderick Jones, before on Georgia, he was coming off the national championship. So we got two tackles who have played on successful teams. Maybe they're not the only reason for that, but what do they always say, man? What did all the Yinzers say to me when I was trying to draft a receiver? And they were like, no, good teams build on the offensive line. Good teams are good in the trenches, and we're making all the right moves. We're making all the good moves, and so I'm excited. I really am. We will see what tomorrow holds, day 2. Anyways, guys, I think that is going to do it for me for this video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. If you enjoyed the draft, ring the bell. If you think the Steelers made a W pick, ring the bell, subscribe, like all that. And I will see you in the Super Bowl, man, a.k.a. the next video. The next video is our Super Bowl, because, we're just like that. Go Steelers, man. Peace out.